Okay, I'm probably a little bit late to the party on this, but I only saw this fairly recently. So, apparently, Marvelous Games' Western Localization Division has removed any trace of Senran Kagura from its official website. Going so far as even to make it so that if you go to search it on their website's internal search engine, nothing comes up. And as a big fan of the Senran Kagura series, that is concerning. There's already been a lot of, speculation in the community as far as whether or not we'll ever see Senran Kagura 7. But seeing that the company who owns it is seemingly trying to distance themselves from it is definitely not a good sign. I'm sorry. Now, at least in my opinion, I do think there's still some hope because the Japan-only mobile game is still getting regular updates and whatnot. But I'm hoping that either if they're going to end it, I'm hoping they can at least give us either Senran Kagura 7 or preferably either a port or another remaster, re-release, whatever, for Senran Kagura Deep Crimson, so that way the two that were on the 3DS are now on PlayStation and PC, so that everybody can play all of the games that came out for it. At least I think that would be good, because I know, at least for me, trying to find copies of the 3DS games are next to impossible. But it is just speculation. It's possible that maybe they're trying to branch it to its own new specific website or whatever. But it's definitely not a good sign for right now, especially because we have not heard anything about Senran 7 in forever. I think the last bit of news we got regarding this series at all was Burst Renewal and a little bit for the Neptunia crossover game, but even for the Neptunia crossover, that was more coming from the Neptunia devs, because it was a Neptunia game that just happened to have Senran characters in it. I don't know. I'm just really hoping that this isn't as bad of a sign as some of us think it is, and that maybe we'll still be able to get, like I said, either just Senran Kagura 7 or, at least in my opinion, preferably that and a port or Burst Renewal style remake of Deep Crimson. I think that would be great, because then at that point, if they want to call it quits, as much as I would be sad to see it go, at the same time, at least we would get the game we're waiting for before it goes out. And then because, it's on Steam and whatnot, we'll be able to just keep playing it. Or there's always the possibility that maybe a different studio will end up buying the rights to it, and then we'll keep making games that way. But again, it's all speculation. Hopefully this is not as bad of a sign as we all think it is. But I can tell you personally, as a fan of the series, I'm really hoping this does not mean that the series is doomed.